Hey guys, Mosa here, and today I'm bringing you my Week 1 Thursday night prediction between the defending Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Now, without a further ado, let's get started. Now, let's kick it off with the injury report of the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's not really that bad, although there are some concerns. First of all, we start off with quarterback Tanner McKee with a thumb injury. He will be out, but it doesn't matter since Jalen Hurts is the starter. Then we move on to defensive tackle Jalen Carter with a shoulder injury, guard Landon Dickerson with a back injury, safety Andrew Mukuba with a hamstring injury, and linebacker Josh Uche with a groin injury. All of them are expected to play tonight. And to be honest, I think that this is going to be a very good game for the Eagles, not only because they're the defending Super Bowl champions, but I think that their team is going to dominate the Cowboys, mostly because of certain things I will talk about later in this video. But regardless, injury-wise, they are pretty much set. The only one who's not playing is the backup quarterback, so the Eagles have no issues when it comes to injuries, at least for now. Moving on to the Philadelphia Eagles offense, we got quarterback Jalen Hurts, running back Saquon Barkley, fullback Ben Van Sumeren. I don't know if that's how you say it, but okay. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and Jahan Dotson will be the starting receivers. Tight end will be Dallas Goedert. Left tackle, Jordan Mailata, and Lane Johnson on the right tackle. Right guard will be Tyler Steen. Landon Dickerson on the left guard position, and Cam Jurgens at center. Now, this offensive line is going to do pretty good. A little bit worried about Landon coming off of a back injury, but still have enough faith in him to actually do something for his team. But realistically, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot of handoffs to Saquon Barkley. We're going to be seeing a lot of deep bombs for A.J. Brown. A lot of short routes for Jahan Dotson, and maybe some post routes or flag routes for Devonta Smith. Dallas Goedert, very good option in the red zone. So realistically, as long as the Eagles offensive line could protect their quarterback and open the holes for Barkley, they've got this game set. And yeah, this team is going to most likely dominate the Cowboys defense. Now, moving on to the defense of the Eagles, we got edge rushers Nolan Smith Jr. and Jalix Hunt. Defensive tackles will be Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and Moro Ohomo. I don't know if that's how you say it, but I most likely believe either Jordan Davis or Jalen Carter will be the nose tackle. Then we move on to the linebackers, Zach Bond and Jeremiah Trotter. Cornerbacks, Quinyon Mitchell and Adoree Jackson, and nickelback, Cooper DeJean. Free safety, Reed Blankenship and Sidney Brown at strong safety. Now, this defense is going to do pretty well. Now, Dak Prescott is pretty tough at quarterback, but as long as you get the pressure on him and make sure that defensive line is just pressuring him all day long and stopping the run, I think that these guys got it. And realistically, the only issues, at least receiving-wise, is George Pickens and, of course, CeeDee Lamb. These two are some big targets for Dak Prescott, and it's really hard to cover either one. So I'm expecting a lot of coverage on both of them, and maybe leaving some tight end play for the Cowboys. But still, I still think that the Eagles will do good enough to take down the Dallas Cowboys offense, but it is going to be a hard job to do. Now, moving on to the Dallas Cowboys injury report, starting off with defensive tackle Perrion Winfrey with a back injury. He is out for the game. And then moving on to cornerback Trayvon Diggs with a knee injury, along with Tyler Guyton, who also has a knee injury, and tight end Brevin Spanford with an ankle injury. Now, just like the Eagles, not that big of an issue with the injuries. Obviously, Winfrey will not be starting. He's not a starter, so I would have thought that he would be a rotational player, so it's not that big of a deal. Trevon Diggs, though, and Tyler Guyton, two starters, coming back into play, but coming off of knee injuries, that's going to be tough on the Cowboys, both defensively and offensively, because Trevon Diggs is your best corner, and one of your best tackles is Tyler Guyton. You really got to worry about that. And I think that for now, maybe they'll be good enough to at least compete with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now moving on to the Dallas Cowboys offense, and we've got Dak Prescott at quarterback, running back Javonte Williams, Hunter Lupecki at fullback. Receivers will be CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Jalen Tolbert. Tight end will be Jake Ferguson, left tackle Tyler Guyton, right tackle Terrence Steele, left guard Tyler Smith. Tyler Booker will be the right guard, and center Cooper Bebe. Now, I don't know if that's how you say it, by the way, but still, I think that this offensive line is going to have some trouble. Obviously, you've got Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter on that line. Nolan Smith, pretty good as well. You got some potential blitzing linebackers in Zach Bond and Jeremiah Trotter. That's going to be a problem for this offensive line, but I think that they'll do good enough to keep Dak Prescott upright, but it's going to be tough for the Cowboys offensive line. Their main targets being CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens on the receiving core. And running back wise, Javonte Williams is not that bad, but he's no Saquon Barkley. So I don't expect the Cowboys to really give him the rock that much, but when they do, most likely they'll either get a little gain or hopefully, if you're a Cowboys fan, a big gain. But don't expect him to go like for 40, 60 yards. That's not ever going to happen with Javonte Williams against the Eagles defense. So for now, I'm just saying that the Cowboys offense is really going to struggle, but it's not really going to be that big of a deal unless the Eagles are just on top of the Cowboys 24/7 throughout the entire game. And if that happens, the Cowboys are done. Now moving on to the Cowboys defense, and where do I begin? So at defensive ends, they got Dante Fowler Jr. and Sam Williams. Defensive tackle, we got Kenny Clark and Osa Odiwuzuwa. I don't know if that's how you say it, but okay. Linebackers are Damian Clark, Jack Sanborn, and Kenneth Murray Jr. Corners will be Trevon Diggs, Khair Elam, and nickelback will be Deron Bland. Free safety, Malik Hooker, and strong safety, Donovan Wilson. Now, obviously, I emphasized Sam Williams. And the reason why I did that was because of Micah Parsons. Him getting traded to the Green Bay Packers was the worst mistake for Jerry Jones in his entire career as the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. Kenny Clark, okay, he's decent, but he's not Micah Parsons. And then you got 2 first-round picks in addition to that. Are they going to become Micah Parsons? Maybe. But really, you're going to give up a young, relatively young for the NFL, edge rusher and pass rusher and run stopper like Micah Parsons just because you want to fix your run game, your run stop game? Realistically, I don't see anywhere possible for the Dallas Cowboys to stop Saquon Barkley tonight. Saquon Barkley is going to run over them the entire way through not because Kenny Clark is any bad. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying they lost Micah Parsons. They lost a big guy on that defensive line. Linebacker, it's decent, but I still think that a lot of things could happen. Trevon Diggs and Deron Bland really got to get on George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, but it's going to be tough for them. This defense is just going to be horrified by what's going to happen tonight, but I honestly think that they could hold up a little bit, but eventually they'll just get destroyed. Now, in conclusion, I have this game going for the Philadelphia Eagles 27-13. Honestly, I have this game going relatively even at the beginning. Eventually, let's say around halftime, they get the lead, the Eagles to be exact, and then just straight up shutout of the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys does not score a single point after the first half, and the Eagles managed to take this 27-13. I think that Saquon Barkley would be a basically a big engine of this offense. You also got AJ Brown, obviously, but maybe a bit more for Jalen Hurts throwing it to Devonta Smith. But regardless, this Eagles offense and defense are just going to destroy the Cowboys on offense and defense in the second half. Now, that was it for this video. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think will win and who do you think will lose? Do you think Micah Parsons not being a Cowboy anymore will be their downfall? Or do you think it will be something else? Tell me down in the comments below. Now, like this video if you liked it, subscribe, and hit the notification if you want more videos. And I'll see you guys next time.